Echo. Affirmative. Got it. Roger. I'm on it.
Hey yo, Oni can't pull up, nigga.
Doorkickers 2, Task Force North, is a sequel to the great game Doorkickers, but instead of bring peace to the streets, you bring peace to the east. Middle East, on foreign soil, but it's okay, we're backed by US. However, the same rules apply. Work as a team, utilize different equipment and tactics. Go over the map, check your corners, turn off body cameras. What happens on the up, stays on the up. The first game has you control the police. The sequel has you control members of our brave military to combat the insurgent forces, whom I still don't know what they're fighting for. The game is everything a sequel should be. Enhanced graphics, gameplay. The only issue here is there's no banger theme music in the first game. So, in my opinion, it's a bad sequel, and if you have the same mentality as my good friend Stone, who upon being asked about Insurgency Sandstorm uttered these very words to me, "I feel like it's just the same old game with enhancements, not really worth my time or money." Stone, that's what a sequel to a video game is, you limp dick rage. The game is early access. If you're still here, then congrats. You're not easily revolted by that very statement. The game has great to overwhelming positive Steam reviews. If you haven't brought the game yet to that statement alone, congratulations, you have a triple-digit IQ. The reviews alone cannot really attest to how great this war criminal simulator really is. Things have changed. Now, you got more firepower, more moxie, more can-do attitude. No more will you be stopped by the rules you had to follow as a police officer. You must follow the rules of engagement. But if you consider every civilian dead a future enemy combatant, you'll be okay, as long as you don't get caught. The game itself is a top-down strategy and tactics game. Plan your route, check your corners, and pray to God they don't have a suicide bomber because you have a problem with spacing. You can approach this in any way you want, bringing that cool covert missions, where your entire team plays like it's that one mission from Modern Warfare. You know the one. The one where you couldn't tell friend from foe. The one with civilians and tight corners and... We lost Sergeant Harold. Went up the stairs. None of us knew. None of us knew.
You shot Harold's mother.
You have 4 classes to use to combat the locals, I mean insurgents, and you're given a small arsenal compared to the abundant you had in the first. However, by God, they make it up for you by having more tools to play with, and no such thing as collateral damage, so that building is free reign, and all of its occupants.
Out of your friends, which are you? Truck freak crazy ass. The fire.
Assault is stock standard, use them willingly to whatever you like, I don't care. They can be utilized and made to do specific tasks with the right combination of equipment. Here I have an assault that has the ability to peek on the doors to give us a glimpse into what we're facing. Armed with light armor for maximum ability, flashbangs for efficient room entry, and smokes to cover long distances. This assault is primed for covert and efficient takedowns. And this assault was given thick armor, a sledgehammer, 4 grenades, kill warrant for all occupants in a building, and a can-do attitude. Mwah. You can play the game with the assaults as they're your bread and butter. They can do everything, but not as well as the other classes. Want to completely destroy a building? The assault can do that, but the grenadier can do so much more. A good meme when you're 80% sure it's not a hostage mission. Want to make your parents disappointed in you? Assault can do that, but marksman can do it better. The support class is just for ensuring anyone who walks into their line of fire has a very low chance of going to Allah in one piece. Shred them with a hail of fire. Make it a closed casket. They are my favorite. Though they can't shoot and move, which is understandable. For me, I've given them heavy armor, so they can't really move so well. However, they still get dicked on by some guy with a crappy pistol. Gets me every time. I don't know how. He has a Makarov, and I have the Grenadier is a great class for, huh? What? Oh. The marksmen are great at holding down long ranges. With epic scopes, they have the ability to hold down sight lines beyond 25 meters. This makes them great at maps with the size of your mum. The XD Lamau get pwn scrub. They get ghillie suits, so I don't have to... They could be like that guy from Old Ghillied Up, you know, you have him in the background for epic effect. I got nothing. I'm not gonna say they're useless, but when I played, I mostly fought in tight, compact spaces, so bring them if you want. Get a waste of an operator, if you ask me. If support wasn't a thing, I'd go for this class. Give your soldiers military-grade tinnitus from shooting their launchers all day. Usually, you wouldn't expend all your tube rounds. But it's not that it's bad, but it's not as fun as rearranging a living room lounge with Amid and Armayul's body parts. A great class, 10 out of 10. Hey, you guys can stop now. Hey, cease fire! Hey! Oh no, they can't hear me. They're going for the orphanage.
God, slay the heathen!
Doorkickers 2 offers a wide variety range of missions. You have your simple clear house. Best one here, really, as this mission is basically an illegal gathering, and it's up to us to make sure they don't do it again. The safety of our community.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Abduction. Simple. Someone said something on the internet and must answer for their crimes. Bring them in alive. And it's okay if they're still on the verge of death. As long as they're breathing, they're still alive. Wink. Hostage rescue. Simple. Easy. Remember, the hostage is in orange, and you want to watch your... Stop execution. Simple. Someone's doing a live stream beheading on Twitch, which is fine and all, they're not breaking terms of service, but they're using copyrighted music in the background, so we gotta do them like that, Chief. Extract VIP. We gotta rescue someone important. This ranges from the average Joe, a covert operative, working from behind enemy lines, feeding us intel to help combat the deadly terrorist cells, to an accountant. A really good and understandable accountant. Remember, this accountant is so important I'm willing to sacrifice you to get him here. Not my supports though, they can stay behind. They're my favorite. Bomb defusal. Latest mission you can play this autumn. Very new, very sexy this time of year. All the rage, all the fashion. This mission, you must defuse a bomb. Very simple, like Counter-Strike. But unless it's this mission. Multiplayer. You and your friends can now play this game together. Commit war crimes against humanity. Up to 4 players can take control of their own squad. It's so good, you don't need to share your soldiers. They bring their own. Play missions you've struggled with on your own and struggle together. Remember, pain by yourself sucks, but pain with the boys is what I live for. Here's some advice I can give you. Never bunch up. For some reason, you're fighting nothing but baseball players who all have the pitching arm of Babe Ruth.
I eat, brother.
I'll say one thing though.
Insurgents have suicide bombers, something you can't have because of the inflicts on Geneva Convention. You need to remember that you've been blessed with taxpayers' money, and you have an abundant amount of grenades and flashbangs and smokes. Use them. Trust me, they make your life easier. You're hearing worse. If you're running low on stars to get upgrades, then you can play generated missions, where it's randomized maps of objectives, or missions made by the community. Here's mine. One end is you, the other end is 50 suicide bombers. Good luck. You can reload at any time. Check how much is in the mag. Switch to your pistol.
Remember, switching to your pistol is always faster than reloading.
You can change your stance to do running. Even set your soldiers to hold fire when they're spotted, giving you perfect time to get into position outside of the security camera's view. Remember, if it's not recorded, it never happened. I don't know how the level system works, so don't feel intimidated when you realize your marksman our lowest rank. If anything, I feel proud about it. And don't feel bad about losing squad members. They haven't implemented permanent death, so we're safe to mess around. And it's fun, because this is what this is for, a fun time. This game is early access, still being worked on. It has its merits, and in all honesty, it's a pretty good game. You can play it with your mates, and I would highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. We can only go up from here. If you want, you can wait for a finished product. It's okay and understandable. But if you're not revolted by half the things I said, and in fact slightly interested, you have a problem, and I will contact the authorities if I see you here again. On that note, welcome to Task Force North.
Photo